Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Guys, it is Monday morning. I hope you had a great weekend. I did. I did come over here Saturday morning, done a quick video of the Focus. Managed to get that off the trailer, which is, quite big. It's quite, it's just a thing that was in the back of my mind. I have to do it. I have to get it off. I have to sort it because I do need it. I am actually looking on the computer today for a new project. So let's just see what happens with the auctions and the money they go for. And yeah, I'll let you know what happens there. But I just needed that trailer spare so I can go and pick up the next projects, So that was done on Saturday. Today and all this week, really, really busy. Straight away, we've got a Fiesta to do for a customer, brake pads. So we're going to crack on with that, get that done, and then jump straight on to the next job, which I think is a Cougar with wheel bearing or wheel issues, grinding something from the wheels. So I want to bring that in, have a look at that, and then just see how we get on today, really. Going to try and carry on with this if we can. Going to do the water test on the back end, take it outside, do the water test, and I'll let you know what happens with that one. And then hopefully we could just crack on and carry on with that, getting the interior in, getting the seats done, just putting it all back together on the inside, and then paint shop after that on the back quarter and the bonnet. But yeah, a really, really busy week. I can see it already. So let's get cracking with that Fiesta that's over on the ramp. Let's do this. Right, guys, so this is our first job this morning. Just brake pads, both sides, just brake pads, nice and quick. I've just ordered them. They're on their way. They should be here within the next sort of 20 minutes. So that gives a bit of time, taking the wheels off, stripping them down, cleaning them up, and then just getting ready to receive those new pads. So yeah, just a nice, quick, easy job straight away. And then we're going to have a look at the Cougar. With that wheel bearing issue, I think. So, but I need to take it for a test drive first, have a listen to see what I can listen for, and then we'll try and pinpoint where it's coming from. But before we get into this, before I set you up, I just want to quickly show you what I got for my birthday from the family. Another new toy. They always say to me, what do you want for your birthday? Well, tools, basically. It's never, well, it is for me, but it's never really personally for me. Do you know what I mean? When it comes to sort of presents, I just want things to help me along the way, really. And this is another one of those. So we've got ourselves, guys, it is a dent pulling machine. My other one, it just sort of played up, packed up, and then just give up the ghost, really. So I ended up just getting rid of it and throwing it. So I needed another one, and they asked me what I wanted for my birthday, and I said, well, why don't you get me another pulling machine? So managed to sort of found this one. This one is a little bit different because you've got this like welding thing here. So you weld it on and then pull, weld, pull, weld, pull. There is other ways you can do it. You've got those wiggly worms things that I've got down here somewhere. Yeah, they're all there, look. So you've got these as well. So you've got the attachments to sort of weld those on. It's just a helpful body repair method. Do you know what I mean? And with this Fiesta, I'm going to do a little bit of work on this just to see what it comes out like, just to help bring that dent there, just bring that out a little bit before we take it to the actual paint shop. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see, if we can get this looking a lot better. I'll show you that a little bit later because I do want to get cracking with that and start using it to see if it's any good. Also, I can use that on the other red Fiesta, the one that's out there, because obviously the top, this part here is damaged, up here and up here on the other one. So we can use that on a couple of cars and I just think it'd be a right helpful tool to have. Yeah, I've been meaning to get one for a little while now, and they, you know, the family said, like, what do you want for your birthday? I said, well, get me one of these then. So that's what they've done. So we'll leave that for now. Let's get cracking with the Fiesta, do the brake pads, and then we'll move on to the Cougar, and then hopefully move on to this, and then just see how far we get today. Very, very busy. So yeah, I'll set you up, guys. Let's do this. Right, okay, well, guys, that didn't take long. So, yeah, nice new pads inside. Let me show you the absolute state of these. And this is the reason why he is complaining that he can hear screeching, scratching noise, because it's literally probably got to be the worst pads that I've seen. So he definitely got his money's worth out of them. So, yeah, but, you know, it's got a slight lip on the disc, so it hasn't damaged it too much, but I do think it's starting to go around there a little bit. Just a little bit of squeaking noise, but this side weren't too bad. Not as bad as the other side, so we still got a little bit of pad left on these two, but it's definitely wearing uneven as well. You can see that that's got lower, this is higher. So, yeah, definitely worth changing them over. So that's what I've done, all sorted. New pads in place. And that's it, really. It's the quick brake pad change, and that's it. We're done with this one. I'm going to put the wheels back on, get it outside. I'll give him a message, tell him the car's done, and then wait for him to turn up to pick it up. And then we're going to move on to the next one, which is the Ford Cougar. So let me get this outside. I'll bring the Cougar in. I'll explain what's going on. I'll take it for a quick run around the block, and then hopefully we can get down to the bottom of what is happening with that one. So yeah, bear with me for the moment, and I'll see you in a minute. Right, guys, here we go. This is the Cougar that I was telling you about. I just took it for a quick drive and a quick run to see if I can hear anything. There is some noise coming from something. I don't think it's the discs and the pads. The discs are like hard, like brand new. The pads, again, fronts are brand new. So it's not that. But it's kind of happening. The faster you go, the sort of the louder it kind of gets. It's a strange noise. It's not like a wheel bearing noise. They're quite low. Them pads are quite low. It could be the pads, you know. Yeah, it could be the pads that's doing that noise. But let me set you up. Let me just take off some wheels, have a good look, test the wheels for backs and forwards, up and down, wheel bearings, just check that. Obviously, you know, it's got some pretty much bald tyres going on here. So I'll tell them about that. I'll advise that they need doing. And I'll basically just do a quick health check on it, really. Just check it. That's what I want me to do, just to check it over, just to see if anything needs to be done or changed. But I think pads on the rear, I think they need doing. But yeah, I need to do a little bit more investigating. So let me set you up on the tripod. Let's get cracking, and then I'll let you know what I find. So let's do this. Right, okay, guys, I've gone over the whole car and I'm checking all the wheels. I think I found the problem. This one here, I think it's wheel bearing. I'll show you. So side to side, that has got a wobble. Can't obviously show you now because I've got my hands holding the camera, but this way there's a wobble, and all the rest of the wheels are nice and solid and tight. So this has to be the problem on this wheel bearing. Discs and pads are okay. I've checked the ball joints and all that sort of stuff. It's all good. It just feels like that wheel bearing has gone. We've got these tyres. This is quite a bald tyre now, so that needs to be replaced. The rear pads definitely are getting really, really low. So I would advise the customer that whilst I've got the car, we'll change the rear pads as well. But yeah, I'm going to let the customer know what I found, give them a price, and let them decide what they want to do. And we'll go from there. But yeah, for now, that's it really. Can't do no more. And until we've heard back from the customer and what they want me to do basically. And we'll go from there. So I think what we'll do now is we'll move on to the water. I want to sort of really soak the back of this Fiesta so we can do a water test to see if our mastic has actually worked and sealed the water leaks up. If it hasn't, the only thing it can be is these strips on both sides. So let's just see if it works. If it doesn't work, then we're gonna have to pull these strips up and re-silicone underneath those as well to see if that's gonna, you know, stop the issue and save so there's no water getting in. So let's get on with that. Do that next, and then I'll leave it for about half hour, and then I'll bring it back inside, and then we'll check it to see if there's any water getting into the car itself. So yeah, let's now do the water test. Let's do this. Right, so guys, that is the water test done on the Fiesta. Yeah, already not good news. You can see that there's still water coming in both sides, there and there, dripping down from the higher point here. So yeah, that didn't solve it, which is a bit of a pain, but it is what it is, guys. You know, you just got to crack on and try and find the problem. It's definitely dripping from a high point, like from there. So if you think about it, something's coming in from this point here. So I've sealed up all the underneath parts, the vents at the lower point. I know I said about the top rails on the roof, and it still might be that. I've got to change this bloody seatbelt. Look at the state of that. It still might be on those rails, but I think I can borrow a scope, and it's got a camera on it, so a camera scope, and we'll put it up there, and we'll just to see, you know, see if we can actually see where it's coming from with a camera scope going up the channel there in the box, because I can't really see what's going on in there, you know. I can't really see where it's coming from. It feels dry. That point feels dry. That feels dry. So, but where it's coming from, it is coming from somewhere. So yeah, we've got to keep going, keep bearing with it, and we'll work this out. We will work it out, and we will seal it up. I'm going to put drainage holes as well in these bungs, just as a secondary precaution as well, just so that, you know, any water does build up in it, it will sort of run away. But that is the last. That's the last result. I still want to find the actual leak, where it's coming from, and why it's dripping down still, you know. Yeah, a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. So yeah, for now, until I borrow this camera scope thing, we're gonna have to leave that like that. I have spoken to the customer when it comes to the Cougar, and they said, go ahead, leave the car with you. You just crack on, and let us know when it's done, really. So yeah, I've got the go ahead to do this. So I think what we're going to do, this wheel bearing, this needs to be pressed out, and I haven't got a press to do it. So I'm going to shoot down to Machine Mart, grab us a press, because we need one. Like it's a tool that I've needed. And I think, do you know what? Let's just go and get one. Let's just go and get one. It'll be handy to have around the shop to press out bearings and you know, suspension stuff and stuff like that, bits and pieces. It'd just be a nice, handy tool to have. So let me pop down there in the truck, go and grab it, come back, and then we're going to start stripping these down, because they want me to do the front passenger wheel bearing and the rear brake pads on both sides on the rear. So yeah, bear with me for now. Let me go off. When I come back, I'll show you what we've got. Another new toy to play with. So yeah, bear with me for now, guys, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, guys, I am back from Machine Mart, and as you can see, we have got a hydraulic press. It's the 10-ton press, and it's the bench. You just sit on the bench. Some of them go to the floor, up, and then others like this just go on the bench, and then they just get bolted to the bench and where you're working and stuff. So I've just thought that would be a nice little bench press when I'm doing wheel bearings and hubs and stuff like that, and I can just use it for stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? The good thing about this one as well is that because what the plan is, really what my plan was going to be, is to set up a bench area over there, remove all that stuff over there, get all those storage areas sorted out over there, then get that moved over there, and then set up a nice bench, make a nice wooden solid, timber bench for that to sit on. And if ever I need to sort of get it off for suspensions, like, stuff like that, I can always take it off the bench, put it on the floor, and then use it on the floor with suspensions and subframes and bits and pieces to push stuff out like that. That's the plan. But for now, we've got to get it set up on this bench over here so we can get that wheel bearing pressed out on that hub, and the new one is on its way from the parts company. Got some pliers as well, because on these wheel bearings you can have a circlip that goes around it, and you have to sort of use these special pliers to remove those circlips. Also, I got a bearing like set press, bits and pieces, different sizes, to help us when we're pressing the bearings and stuff out. So let's get this, before I even removed anything off that car, let's get this set up, put together, put on the bench. Let's see what it's like, and then we'll start getting that wheel bearing hub off the wheel. So yeah, another little tool, but it's needed for a workshop. You do actually need them. Do you know what I mean? I have come across a few issues now, not problems, but times where, you think, oh, can we do a nice press to press that out? So it's definitely a long-term investment. It's it's part of the tools kind of thing. And we'll just put it all together. I think that's just a bit of storage timber. Instructions. We don't really need instructions, do we? I like doing things without instructions just to see if I could do it. But yeah, I'll sit him up on the tripod. Let's just get cracking with this. Put it all together. It's not that much involved of it, because the framework is one piece already. Look, it's pretty sturdy as well. It's pretty heavy duty press, so it won't take long to put this together. So I think I'll set you up on the tripod. Let's get this together, guys, and then we'll have a look at it, and then we can start getting that hub off that wheel. So yeah, let's do this. Well, guys, tell you what, this is nice. Really, really nice, heavy duty, and yeah, it just, it's right sturdy. I can bolt it to the floor on the bench over there once I've set up and I know what's going on and where I am. But for now, it can work here. You can see it's got a nice pressure gauge as well. It's really heavy and strong as well. It's going nowhere. It's really heavy. So we could just use that over here, do the press on that bearing, and then possibly just leave it over there for now until I work out what's going on for its permanent place. Also got a kit with obviously different sort of sizes for pressing it down. Once we get it off, and we'll find out the size of it and stuff. So yeah, and these are the actual. They're like you have to. There's like a circlip, and you have to sort of put these little tongs inside the holes, push it together, which will grab the circlip, and you can pull them out. So I needed these, so I've got a set of those as well. Got some straight ones, angle ones. So yeah, definitely going to help. So let's get set up now. Let's get that wheel bearing hub. Right, okay. Well, that is the hub off and on the bench. But yeah, you can see that I've just sort of tied up the drive shaft. Don't want that hanging around, so tied that up. Tied up the caliper as well. I'll have a clean up of all this before I put it all back. Always do. But yeah, not too bad in the end. Got to separate it from the shock above. And you just bang it off. But obviously I've got this little separator which fits inside the back of the knuckle here. This separator fits in there like that. Like that. And then you do it up, and it sort of really helps. Like you can even put it like that, look. So you put it around the actual bolt there, do that up like that, and then that separates this off of the shock, and then just bang it down a few times, and away you go. So yeah, it's nice to have certain little bits and pieces that helps along the way. Anyway, this is the knuckle, guys. This is the bearing that's got the issue. Definitely got an issue with this one because it was wobbling all over the place. But you can see that there's a circlip here, and then we have to use these special tools to go into the circlip like that. and then you twist, you sort of do that, and it closes it up, and then you're able to move the circlip out of the way. We don't want to do that yet because we've got this speed sensor here that's got to be removed on this side here. So I've got to do that, remove this, and then, you know, you can remove the circlip and then separate this, because this part is separate to this part, so you've got to bang it out of the way and then turn it over and then push the bearing out. So yeah, that's what we're going to do next. Going to give our press bearing, bench press bearing a go, see what it's like. It is pretty sturdy, this thing is pretty strong, and it's yeah, it's the 2-ton one, so we will see what it's like pressing it out and pushing it in. I haven't even got the wheel bearing at the minute. It's not turned up. The pads are turned up for some reason. I said to the guys, don't just come out, don't just bring me one. If I need a few bits, just bring it all in one go. Don't just bring me sort of one, or it's just wasting your time. I don't mind. I can do other bits and pieces. Anyway, they bought me the rear pads now, and I'm still waiting for the wheel bearing to turn up. So let's just see how far we get with this. If we get that done and it turns up, great. If not, we'll jump on the pads and then do some of that. So let's just see how far we get today. But we might have to continue this one tomorrow. I don't really know, but let's just see how far we get. So yeah, let's do this. Right, guys, what an absolute pain these are. So yeah, I managed to separate the lower part from the top part by just banging it through with a socket. I put a socket on that bit there, went outside, rested it on something, and then just banged it through. Separated that. Got to keep this part, we're going to keep. So I need to get a grinder on that bit there at an angle, and then knock that off, because that's part of the old bearing, that bit there. So I've done a few of these now. So you just cut it at an angle there, and away it goes, pops off. But this snap ring is becoming a right pain. A proper pain, this is, guys, because it is seized solid in there. Where it sits. Luckily enough, the new one, bearing, comes with a new snap ring. You can see it there. So it doesn't matter if we kind of damage the snap ring, but we can't damage the actual hub itself, where it sits in and stuff like that. But I've tried everything. I've tried to heat it up, WD-40, smash, bang. I've just tried everything to try and get this out, but it is absolutely seized solid in there. And yeah, causing me a little bit of issues, I've got to be honest. But I'll keep working at it, keep banging away, and hopefully get it off soon. So let's continue, and let's just see if I can get this snap ring out, and then we can press the rest of that bearing, because that bearing's got to be spun over and pressed this way. Once you've got that snap ring off, you can set it up like this and then push it through that way. I believe it's that way. So yeah, I'll work it out. Hopefully we can get this off, because that's kind of stopping me now is getting that snap ring out. So let's continue. Let's see how far we get. Let's do this. Do you know what? You know, guys, I am not a quitter, but this has beat me today. I've had enough with doing this. I've got to laugh because, yeah, I'll be throwing things around. It's just seized. It's like that metal ring is just, it's been over time. It's been getting so hot and the bits and pieces been getting into there. It's like welded all the way round. That is welded to this hub all the way around. I've tried to get a drill bit in there, but the drill bit's not good enough. It's just not sharp enough, and it's proper hardened steel. This ring to keep the bearing in. Yeah, it's beat me for today, but I'm going to be coming back, you know, tomorrow morning, and we're going to get this off and out. I will start the editing now, let it download for tonight, and then I'll probably stay for another 15-20 minutes still hammering at it. But I am absolutely shattered, and it is absolutely done me. God, just one of them things, you know. I'm just trying to get it separated from the actual hub, but it's just not having it. It's just welded in there. Yeah, it will come out eventually with a, you know, keep knocking it around, and sort of just easing it off. Do you know what I mean? But it's just in a minute. What a nightmare. So I'm going to leave it there. That's the end of today's video. I have done a few bits and pieces, and we've got a nice new press for the garage. That's definitely going to come in handy. Yeah, we're going to get this done in tomorrow's video, guys. Get this one done and finished. Get the brake pads done tomorrow as well. I'll leave that until tomorrow. I'm not doing it today. I'm absolutely shattered and done. So yeah, I am going to call it a day. Going to go and have some dinner, have a beer probably in the garden because it's nice and hot still and the weather's nice outside. I've even put the chairs from the Fiesta, I've put them outside because it's been really nice and hot out there. So that's it. That's the end of today's video. I've had enough. I'm going home, and I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next one. Don't forget, drop me a comment, give the video a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. See you soon.